just like a misconfiguration on the network. This is more the case of a PR goes down, the mapping pipeline can actually notice that the PR went down and then can react. So if a PR fails, what's going to happen is, all the in-flight traffic is actually going to be dropped because the GRE decap endpoints of PR don't have cover route. So whatever we are encapping to those ranges will be dropped. On the other hand, we have, in this case, we have an LC, location controller implements a fast withdrawal mechanism via the GRES, which is like the global route information system. Probably using the wrong name, but whatever. It's getting route information from the GRES, and in this case, LC will be able to easily react and take the PR out of the map. And we actually did this test in production, so we tried to break a PR from the mapping viewpoint, and the reaction was pretty fast in terms of 2-3 seconds. Then we have a PR under maintenance, which is PCR, or any type of planned maintenance, and this should be hitless in the sense that the mapping pipeline would actually detect that the PR is going under maintenance, and it will remove it from the map that we try to push. And then we have like the more complex use case, which are all they all depend from BGP route information status. So let's say that USPS is encapping traffic to a single PR, but then our peers actually decides to withdraw the routes. In this case, the mapping pipeline has different reaction mode. If we're doing GRE and MPLS, would be doing fast withdrawal, because in the case of GRE and MPLS, it actually means you will be black-calling traffic for sure. In the case of GRE, this is actually not short-circuited, right? And we are basically counting on the map to go and recompute another map. In the case of GRE, we are less responsive, primarily because we are scared of like BMP session flapping, and then we just completely withdraw our PR, thinking that the PR is down. And in the case of GRE, we actually have like a second choice. I mean, the PR is able to reroute the traffic.
In the case of GRE plus MPLS, you would not black hole it. In fact, I think you would just continue sending it to the peer despite them having withdrawn the route, right?
If that interface is up, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works really well.
Okay, so now when we have this peer withdrawal scenario, the negative effect can be hairpin of the traffic. So the first case is we have two PR in the same metro. PRA doesn't have the route anymore. What's gonna end up is that PRA receives the traffic. There is no route for this specific destination, but he actually knows that the other PR in the metro is that route. So it will send the packets back to the BB. The BB redirect the traffic to the PR, and I mean everyone is happy in the sense that the users are actually not experiencing connectivity problem to Google. At the end of the day, they might have non-optimal latency, but given that this is in metro, hairpinning should be relatively small, so almost like not noticeable. So it's an extra hop in the metro. And then eventually, when the mapping pipeline comes along and creates the new map, it will remove like this specific mapping. Same thing if the two PR are in different metros. Let's say that the peer withdrew the routes from PRA, and then PRB knows about this peer, but it's in a different metro. We have like this in metro hairpinning, but like if we don't consider these extra hop like we initially triggered because of USPS like Sledge, the path is the same. So even here we have limited increased latency. And then there is the more complex case, which probably here either Jeremy or Michael can help me, or Matthew, which is when we have transit on the PR. And these are probably the case which we are like a little bit more scared, because transit does not guarantee quality. I mean, at least the quality of transit is dubious. So what we can let's say that our one peer is peering with us on peer A, both by direct peering and both by transit, and he decides to withdraw the direct peering, but then the same route is actually available via transit. We might end up sending traffic to transit instead by direct peering. Yeah, we are mostly scared of this case because this is a important web traffic. So if we would send by transit, maybe it's not the best. Okay, so now given all these possible failure cases, we are trying to cover all of them by monitoring. As I mentioned, we have already LC doing fast route withdrawal in some cases, which catch a lot of the problems. And then when the mapping pipeline recomputes the map will be fixed to actually handle it. So the first thing that was done here was to change the traffic team black box monitoring. What we want to do is to basically ECMP our traffic team. Like these are normal prober, like traffic team prober machines. And we want to ECMP the probes coming from those machines across all the PR in the metro. So Sledge now is pushing a map which actually includes all the prober VIPs of the world, and this is pushed to USPS. For now, this is an hard-coded list, but we are working on making it matching based on communities. All the probes. So normally, prober will send a probe. It gets to the BB, gets to the CX, SR gets to the GFE. On the way out, GFE USPS performs a FIB lookup. It finds that it needs to encap, and it has an assignment which is a weighted assignment over all the PR in the metro. So it will just encap to one of these PR, and of course the PR is consistent for a specific 5 tuple. So then on the way out it goes to USPS, SR CX, CX PR, PR BB, and then from the BB back to the prober. So in this way we are trying to cover all the links between the CX and the PR, and those are the links that at this specific time might be used by user traffic, because we are doing just in metro encapping, so we are encapping only to in metro local PR. We are discussing to use packet tracer to actually pinpoint and pinpoint to a specific PR, because the problem now is that if we get paged, we don't have any easy way to pinpoint to a specific PR. But it probably requires a lot of work on packet tracer and GFE. So it's something that we are considering, but still not scoped. So this is for internal monitoring. Then we have the usual white box monitoring that I just wanted to show quickly some pages. So we have the global USPS overview, and in the global USPS overview, we have graphs for encap traffic in terms of bandwidth and packets. And then we have also the difference for GRE and MPLS and GRE. GRE is primarily web traffic, GRE and MPLS is for the video traffic, which is not going through the SR, it's going through the EC nodes, but it's in the same overview. And then, for each satellite, which is actually opting into FIBINOST and doing Sledge, you can find this is pretty broken. This is actually loading. Okay. You have similar information just for that satellites under the USPS overview. So in this case, this is one where we disable encapping for the ABS. Yeah, so in this case you can see that, for instance, we are GRE only, we are encapping 20 gigabit per second, and 15 are going out as no encap. The no encap case is comes from 2 main sources. First, we are not encapping by choice 5% of the traffic because we want to be able to do AB experiments, and then the other source is mismapping. So in case of